Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, check what? 180. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun. Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go. Hey, no. Choose the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
On 1st and 10, King. Touchdown, Packers. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Packers.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. That good for 22 and a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. No gain on the play there, second down.
Second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I got you.
A shotgun snap for goal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, King. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. King now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Goff. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 21-0 our score after 1.
Check three.
To throw is King. To throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's King on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Adams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Got it. Check that. We want Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch twist.
King on 3rd and 2. Turns the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now left side on the swing pass. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now King, operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. Give him 53 yards on the ground. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bullock's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando, LS. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Check safety, check safety. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 52.
From the gun, here's Goff. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. 6 guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Jim. Check 43. Yo, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 27-yard line.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
53.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26.
You don't want it. Here we go.
Back to throw. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is gone. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, 7 yards on the